All right, and we're back, and we're gonna see here. So last time on our glorious campaign, we got settled into the dungeon, and we ended up uncovering a few rooms, killed a crick, fought some ghouls in a crowded hallway, and for the first time for some folks, ended up finding a mimic. Aside from that, you guys also unlocked a hidden door that leads back up to the first floor of the house, and think that was about it. It seemed like it was a kind of a straightforward experience last time, unless I'm forgetting something. All right, and aside from that, I think you guys just got done with combat and we ended it there. Was there anything that anyone needed to do before we proceed further?
I believe I'm good to go.
Well, I had my arm gnawed on by a damn treasure chest. This feels no good.
Well, was there anything like in it or around the area?
He's looking in there right now. You're out of your mind. Lyndon's arm looks like completely tattered and gnawed on, just to be clear.
There.
So what we got? Anything in there?
Now, upon further inspection, you just see just a gaping mouth that is, bloodied up from just being stabbed upon and smashed and among other things. So, just a bloody mess that's inside.
Is there anything else in the room with the table and whatnot, what have you?
Let me look here, double check. All right, so in here, no. Aside from that, the room that you're currently in, the only things worth of note is a chandelier suspended above the table, the two chairs that flank the table, and then just the clay jug and cups there. And aside from that, just some iron candlesticks sitting in the corner.
Is there an exit to the west or just the one to the north?
There is one to the west of your location. There's a doorway that leads into another hall.
All right, Lyndon, how's your arm feeling?
Well, Kevin, I can't. I got to say it. It does not feel good. I'm not really. If somebody has some type of healing, that'd be fantastic. And then I'll proceed sticking my nose where it don't belong again.
So do you feel confident taking point, or should we reassess?
I mean, are we saying that we don't have anyone? We have no
I'm
type of or anything.
out of house law.
I mean, or we could take a rest.
Feels like we just rested.
We sort of did, but we don't want.
Then yeah, I understand we don't have to sit around all day, so let's just get this over with.
Yeah.
All right. Perhaps you should stay toward the back then. Yes.
That sounds like a point that I shall concede.
All right, Vika, Tilda, when do you want to take point?
I have one bit of healing left in me, but I think that's for see scenario at this point.
That seems wise. Conserve it in case somebody desperately needs. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I suppose I will go down first.
Okay. Alrighty. As you proceed going forward, the room just ends up leading into a larger area. Yeah, I can go ahead and. Oh, that's an object. All right. So as you guys approach this room, what initially strikes you is that there's a large wood frame with a rotted feather mattress, a wardrobe, and a pair of iron candlesticks. There's also a crate inside the room as well as noted to the right, and that's your initial impression of the room.
All right, nothing literally jumps out at us?
Nope.
It seems relatively safe enough.
All right.
But then again, so does the last room. You know,
All right.
before the thing tried to eat Lyndon.
True. I'll check out this crate. Is there anything funny about the crate?
Yeah, actually, you just notice that as you look at the open crate, you end up seeing, torches and a leather sack with some candles in it. Anyone who cares to, go ahead and just roll me a perception check.
Or why not?
First roll of the night. 9.
Hey,
Nat 20.
Okay.
That's
Boom.
24.
So, kind of covered under the foot of the bed in a large amount of dust and, just some random linens, you see a footlocker that sits beneath it.
Can I open it?
Yeah.
Let me be careful. You know that we just got something that jumped out at us the last one. Let me check it out. Make sure it's nothing bad about it.
But it's not going to try and eat somebody else.
So I want to check it out. Is it anything like funny about it? Is it trapped? Is it locked?
No, as far as you can tell, the actual trap itself is. Sorry, not the trap, but the footlocker itself has no indication that there's a trap or anything odd about it.
Okay. I suppose I will open it then.
Okay. So it takes a little bit of effort as the hinges on the back are a little rust, but as soon as you actually um, get in there, you're able to kind of just forcefully pull it up, and inside you find a couple of items contained within, including a weather journal.
Alright. Check out the journal then. What else is in there?
All right, so as you guys are able to check inside, you end up finding a folded cloak inside. Um, you also find a small wooden coffer, and those are all three of the items that you see contained within.
Small wooden coffer. Nothing in it.
As you open up the coffer, you end up finding uh, 4 potions of healing, a chain shirt, a mess kit, a flask of alchemist fire, a bullseye lantern, and a set of thieves' tool, and that's it.
I apologize. Would you be able to post that as
Yeah.
words just so I can?
Well, Lyndon, looks like I found something for you.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's a chain shirt. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Go ahead and someone make me a perception check at this point.
Change
another
shirt.
perception.
That's got to be useful for going to like dinner and stuff. Yep.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Nat 20 here.
Okay.
13.
As soon as you start wrestling around with the chain shirt, um, you end up hearing that from the north of your location, right here, and here you hear the walls start crumbling down.
Alright, well, crossbow still in hand, has never left my hand. Whipping around.
Grabbing my glaive and doing the same.
Yep. So as soon as you guys end up rattling that off, there are two gas that pop out. All right, let's go to encounters then, and we will get started with some initiative. All right, go and roll me your initiative.
These are the same creatures we fought previously.
These are ghasts. They are not.
I fought ghouls before. Guess they're a different type of ghoul.
13,
Alright.
19,
Quinn rolled a 19 on initiative.
15 for Matilda.
And Parrot rolled a 17.
Okay.
18. 14 for me.
The guy with the maimed arm sitting in a chair rolled a 23 somehow.
Okay. All right, that's everyone's initiative. Okay, Lyndon, you get to go first.
Y'all fuckers better get in here.
Oh. All right, I'm going to. So I'm going to run around the corner there, and then I'm going to hide behind that bed. If that's all right with you.
Oh, okay.
That's my bonus action. All right, rolled a 21 there. And then I'm going to pop my head up over the bed and shoot an arrow right past, really probably going through Vika's gigantic legs into this ghast right in front of me if I have clear line of sight there.
Yeah, that should be fine.
All right. And do I have advantage because they couldn't see me because of stuff? Did I beat their passive perception?
Yeah, their passive perception isn't actually that great, so.
Well, I did not roll great. Looks like a 15 for me.
Yep, 15 will hit.
Nice. All right. So that'll get in. I'll do d6 there and 1d6 from me sneak attack.
Alright, so 5 points of damage to that one.
I'm rolling my sneak die as well.
Okay.
Another 5 damage for that.
Okay.
Yes, as my arrow flies through the air and there's blood trails on the feathers, since I have a bloody hand right now. So glorious.
Glorious. Okay.
How did you miss these fellas? They were just standing in the walls or something.
The fucking wall just moved.
At least you saw it before me.
Anything else from Lyndon?
That is a full slot of a turn for me.
Alright. Gassy Boy, you got shot. It's going to take a swing over at Vika. Yeah, a 10's probably not going to hit.
It does not.
Okay. That's the Gas's turn. Quinn, I need you to make a con saving throw.
Wonderful. I'm great at this. That would be a 13.
Alright, you're good. You're not poisoned, and you're immune to its stench for the next 24 hours.
Excellent. That was a check, not a save throw. It's the same modifier. I'm not proficient. Cool. Love it. My turn then?
Yep.
Alright, in my panic, I will take my crossbow I had in my hand and in the mouth hit him with it. Alright. That is a 22 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
7 points of piercing damage and 4 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Bonus action. Reload it and do it again. That's a 13.
Yep, that'll hit.
Nice. That is piercing and 1 point of fire.
Okay.
Then I am going to dive behind Tilda, which will probably give me an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, let's see here. Because, yeah, he hasn't actually used his reaction. It's just a standard attack, so. Yeah, wow. Damn. Thanks, Dicebot. Great, great. Yeah, that's probably got missed with the 9, so.
So, what now? Did it swipe at me or no?
Yeah, it took a swipe at you, but, I mean, I rolled really crappy, so.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I want to stay back here. I might, if I duck behind Parrot, will I still have line of sight to number one?
He's kind of covered by the corner a little bit, so I'm going to probably say
I'll just
no.
stay there then.
Yeah.
All right, that's my turn then.
Okay. Salith.
What I'm going to do is. Can I occupy this space here? Oh, I'm already standing on one of those. Oh.
Yeah, you're fine. It's just just your standard candlestick holder, so.
Okay, and which one are people mainly hitting? This one?
They're
Or this one?
they've
Two
attacked
was the
both.
one who got hit first. One has not been hit yet.
Gotcha. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on number 2.
Okay.
DC 15 Wisdom save.
Ah, 13, so failed.
I don't know why I rolled 2d20 and a d12, but 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay.
You rolled 2 17s. The fuck?
Okay. Anything else?
That's gonna be my turn.
Okay. It's Parrot's turn.
Alright, Parrot's going to look down the hallway at the things that are opening up. Does he have line of sight to gas 1?
I'm gonna say. Oh, to Gast 1. Yeah, I'll allow it. I think there's.
Okay. Alright. Well, Parrot is going to pull out his orb, point it at the gas number 1 and say, "Y'all fuckers better get in here." And cast Eldritch Blast at it. Why not? What's his modifier? He's got actions. He has Eldritch plus 7. Alright. Alright, that is a 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. Alright, that's 3 plus 5 for his charisma modifier plus 2 for his freed thing. So that is math hard 10. 10 damage total.
Is it just force?
It is 8 force and 2 fire, I think.
Okay, just double checking. Okay. All right. Anything else from the parrot?
No, he's just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Be good.
Matilda.
Oh, I guess I'll come over here and swing on 2 since he hasn't been hit yet.
I hit him for 20.
Yeah, he.
Did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's do this.
I mean, still worth it to go and hit something.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah.
that's not gonna change.
That's
Oh,
14.
that'll hit.
Oh. 11 damage.
11 damage to number 2. Okay.
I guess I'll just stay right there because he's gonna hit me no matter what.
Okay. Vika, go ahead and roll me a con saving throw.
Fantastic.
Just what I've been raping to do. 21.
Yeah, you're fine. His horrific stench does not get to you. You smelled worse.
Fantastic.
All right, and go ahead.
Alright, question. This one here. Can I attack around the corner? I have reach of 10.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Alright, I'm going to focus fire on Gus 2 and take a swing. And there is. That is 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That natural 19, though.
That is 12 damage.
Yep, and that body just kind of slumps to the ground.
Excellent. And I am wondering. I sort of worried that others may not be able to hit, particularly Tilda, so I will accept the hit and I will back up.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. That's Casty Boy.
You haven't left his.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
you're not.
That is in
Yeah,
fighting.
you're fine. Yeah, it just.
It'll be important for Linden, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the fun part is that these squares look. You know, these squares are a lot bigger than what they make out to be. So.
Yeah. Alright. That is all I can do.
Okay, that guy's Toso Linden.
Well, I will go ahead and continue ducking behind the bed like a good row. It was my bonus action.
Bill is still threatened, so even without hiding, you get a sneak attack.
Well, I want advantage though. I'm not level 3 yet, so I don't get the I can't just get advantage on ranged attacks until I get level 3. 15.
Yep.
On my stealth. Does that give me advantage here?
Yeah, you're fine. These guys don't
Alright.
have much for anything.
I'm still trying to figure out how to use this interface, even though I've been using Roll20 or I've been using this one for a bit. 17 hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Alright, looks like 8 piercing and 2 sneak attack, which I guess is piercing as well.
Okay.
So 10 total damage.
Excellent.
Yeah, and Lyndon he's just happily bobbing up and down around this bed, murdering away with his bow.
All right. Anything else from Linden?
That'd be all for now.
Okay. All right. He's still kicking, but not by much. He's gonna take a swing over at Vika because he's within 5 feet. It's close. 17 hit the Vika.
It does.
All right. Wow. 5 points of damage.
That not feel great.
Yeah, I rolled 2 1s on those dice too.
I'm oddly okay with this.
Also, roll me a con saving throw.
Fantastic. Oh, this is not great. 13.
You're fine. You're not paralyzed.
Oh, good.
All right, that's it for it. Quinn.
Alright, motherfucker.
Aren't you supposed to be in here, Quinn? Weren't you saying earlier before you wanted us all to get in here?
Well, I'm one of the people with the sharp. We'll talk about it later. Watch where you're shooting that thing. All right, I'm gonna fire fire a bolt with my action at the gas number one. Just got a chunk out of Vika. Not a fan of that. That is natural fucking 20.
Yep.
So that would be 9 points of piercing damage and 8 points of fire damage.
Tell me how you finished this poor guy off.
I wanted to put the flaming bolt through its eye and pin it to the back of the wall.
Ah,
Damn.
good old pin the gas to the wall trick. Classic. All right, yeah, and that's it. Guys managed to dispatch of these two fell beasts, and that is the end of combat. Anyone care to? They can go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
I would love to.
I will assist so he can get advantage.
I love it. That would be a 16.
As you study these, uh, as you were studying these foes in combat, something odd struck you about them, and as you basically think back to some of the portraits in the house, you can tell that these were once Gustav and Elizabeth Durst.
Oh, fuck.
Oof.
Oof, indeed.
These were the parents, yes?
Yep.
Would I know what would cause something like that? As in, like, this doesn't just happen to people's bodies naturally if they're buried in a certain area. Like, something has to be done for this, right?
Right. So general knowledge from tavern talk and all that other stuff leads you to believe that bodies like these, they were slightly decomposed, and that the fact that they were, the how do I put it, they were so they were so in a terrible state that the stench that you guys were smelling was far beyond just a normal rotting body. It seemed like something had twisted these into some unholy abomination. So yeah, something dark and twisted uh, ended up uh, ended up happening to these poor souls.
Yeah, there's some unholiness here at work. It might be.
Mm.
I think it's probably something to do with this Zarovich person.
This cult and this chanting.
Yeah, that chanting's still something we hear.
Yep.
And is it just the same consistent tone, pace?
Yeah.
Since
Nothing.
I've been here?
Yeah, nothing has changed aside from when you were looking, except for the position north on the map. When you were in that small little caveat where you're fighting the ghouls, it sounded like it was getting louder in that general area. But as you got around the corner, it sounds like it has been as soon as you entered the dungeon area.
They must be really focused on whatever they're doing, because they haven't really stopped at our, from the commotion that we're making.
Yeah, we're not exactly being quiet about things.
Which, by the way, did somebody tell me that you found some imbibement? I could really use a little something.
Oh, yes, there's were,
got
there
some
were...
bourbon in my flask if you need some.
Yes.
Oh,
There were, red potion things, yes?
Yeah. Here, I'll let you guys take a look at the spoils. I want to check out these like chambers where they were at. As like them just popping out of the walls seems odd. Were they like natural like carvings that just like the walls collapsed from? How did that? How did this mechanism work?
It seemed like on closer inspection, it seems like the walls themselves were made out of a very muddy earth thing, and as you look at the site, it seems like just someone kind of took a shovel and started just piling on dirt in front of them.
Healing potions 2 die 4 plus 2, yeah?
Yep, 2d4 plus 2.
Cool. Yeah,
So you were drinking one?
I'm gonna drink one for now, for sure, if that's alright with everybody.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just want to mark it off on our.
Actually, Linda doesn't really ask permission. He's the bad ways.
No, that's fine. I'm just marking it off in our group loot.
Yep.
How do we want to distribute the rest of them? I would think that Vika and Tilda should probably take one. What are we doing with the third?
You can hold on to it. Between you and Lyndon, you're usually taking point, looking through things, making sure things aren't trapped. So, just in case.
I'll hold on to one then.
So then I will remove the potions of healing from our group loot list, and one goes to me, one goes to Tilda, one goes to Quinn. Does anybody here use alchemist's fire? There was a flask of these two.
I'll hold on to that.
All right, that goes to Quinn. Mark it down. What of this chain shirt and this cloak?
I thought that Lyndon got the chain shirt.
Did he?
That was more of a joke.
That was a joke.
That's what I thought. Yes. Also, there was spellbook. Does anybody here use?
There's a journal.
Silas?
Oh.
There's a journal.
Oh. I'll look at it. Also, does the cloak seem to be magical, or anything of the items that we found, do they seem to be magical?
Go
I can tell.
go ahead and roll me your Arcana checks.
5.
Yeah, you can tell that there is that both the cloak and the book itself is emitting some form of magic coming off of it.
I'll hold on to them for the time being, but I'm not gonna.
The spellbook?
But
Yeah.
that's spell. There's a spellbook, and you mentioned a journal as well, or is it that the
Oh,
spellbook?
so yeah, so the spell book is definitely give off a magic hint, and then there is a journal in there. And then you guys,
Thumb through the journal.
the journal basically talks about a group that was uh, fellow. I guess you can say they were other folks of the trade, hunters that were lured here by the two small children, and that they ended up losing a party member, one to a pit trap, a few others to the to the ghouls you fought earlier, and then as soon as they came in here, the last one kind of, as he scratched out the lowest note, he wished that he did not prevent one of his party members from not taking the cloak. It might have made all the difference.
From not taking the cloak or not using the cloak?
Not allowing one of his party members to use the cloak.
Interesting.
Perhaps we should not use cloak until there is some form of these things that lets these sort of magic users look at sorts of magic. Yes.
I thought exactly. I didn't trust just
That was-
items that we find here.
Can you do something like this, Silas?
No, I cannot. I
Perhaps-
really wish I could.
Perhaps we can find somebody in town who can. Yes.
Yes, maybe in the future.
Then we will put in Tilda's backpack and we will handle later.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anything else of interest in here in the crate in the wardrobe?
No, the wardrobe just has some tattered black robes in there.
Nothing in, on, or underneath the bed.
Nah, just dust in there.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else to see here, and it looks like they were just kind of like buried in the walls.
Yep, pretty much.
We
Did they have any possessions or anything on them of any note?
No, in fact, that whatever garments that they were wearing have pretty much been chewed through with mold and just they're barely recognizable. It wasn't for the fact that the clothes colors were identical to one in the portrait. You may have not even made the connection.
All right. Okay. Well, let's
Well, Quinn, before we take off, it might be something to consider. I know you had made a promise to those little ghost girls. If this is indeed their family, are we going to put them in tournament or not?
That was what I was intending. I was going to ask because I do not remember the coffins that we found. Uh, they were all empty, or uh, which ones were empty?
They were all empty except for Elizabeth, except for Elizabeth, which had a swarm of bugs crawl out of it. But after that, it was empty.
All right. So yes, we should. We do not need to entomb them right this moment, but perhaps we can bring them back to the room where we spent our short rest earlier, and then see to them once danger is past.
sounds like a good plan for me. We just put them on the bed here.
Well, I was hoping to put it where we would remember when we leave.
If we're doing that, we might as well just go the extra 5 feet and put them up and take care of that now. So let's go ahead and do that then.
All right.
All right, Vika, can you get this one and until they can get the other one?
Yes, I can do that. I will take body and bring back coffin.
All right, Lyndon, you said that there was that trap in that corridor to the north of here, right?
Yeah, I can show you where it's at. It's in a hallway. I don't think it really has any bearing on what we're doing.
I know, but I think we're headed in that direction soon, so let's just make sure we don't trip that again.
Yes, of
All right.
course.
All right, let's get a move on then.
Okay.
It was parents to right and children to left. Yes.
Let me take a look here. Family crypts.
I think Elizabeth was on the bottom. I think that's very common.
Uh, so C and D are parents. So yeah, parents are these two here.
I just distinctly remember being attacked by bugs because I am not
Right.
a fan of bugs.
Right. So
Yeah.
so Elizabeth was there and Gustav was this one.
All right.
Um, go ahead and roll me a oh, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check, Vika.
Elegant. This is not Vika's strong suit. There is six.
Okay. You just you get this nagging suspicion in the back of your head that since you're doing this now, it may not be a bad idea just to take care of the kids' bones as well at this time since you're pretty close to the entrance.
Yeah, we might as well.
All right. Then we will return upstairs and get the kids.
Well, Parrot and I can take care of that while you're handling the heavy lifting.
To be on the well. All right.
I'll stay down here. I'll hide around here and watch our back. Make sure none of those pesky cultists decide to come looking for us.
Don't go too far. We want to be able to hear your screaming. Yes.
Okay. So takes you about maybe half an hour to 45 minutes to get everything put together. In that time, nothing happens. As soon as you enter all the family members into their into the respective areas, you feel a sense of calm and peace within your own spirits. And at this point, all of you will gain 1 point of inspiration.
Ooh,
Neat.
Neat.
Very fun.
For attack roll, saving throw, or ability check.
Yeah.
so we can use that to gain advantage on ability throw, ability throw, saving check, or attack.
All right. So yeah, got family interred, and all right. And then what's next on the agenda?
We spent much time putting family to rest. How would you count any of that as part of a short rest? Since
Yeah, I'll count that as a
oh
short
wow,
rest. Yeah, it's fine.
okay,
Yeah, you guys have two large creatures, and I'm assuming two of you can easily lift that thing when it's two of you combined, and they were already partially opened anyway, so it was just sliding them back into place. So,
alright. Then we will take the rest as a 15 minutes or whatever rest. I assume everybody is good with that. Is everybody good with that?
I'm still not resting.
Ah, yes, because you don't want me to use stone, so
all right, all
that's
right.
fair. But I thought that Lyndon might want it, and I would
Yeah.
not be opposed to free healing.
Parrot is down for that. He doesn't need any healing, but he gets his spell back.
I will use second wind. And then I get second wind back.
Huzzah!
Good old short rest. Alright. So how is everybody feeling? Are we better?
I'll feel better once we get figure out what the fuck's going on down here.
Excellent. Alright. Then I suppose we will go and investigate the downstairs.
Alright, let's again circumvent whatever it was that Lyndon found up here.
Yeah, and there was a trap in
Yeah,
this
you
area.
can follow me over here. I'll show you. Come down these stairs here, and it's up around this corner.
Alright.
But I'll take a look in front of me here, Sal, just make sure there's
Yeah,
nothing on the staircase. That'd be pretty surprising to me. But
yeah. It. I won't let you make a roll for that one. There's nothing on there. It's just complete solid stone and no trappings or anything like that.
well, I'm gonna be stealthy anyways. Even though I'm quite convinced that none of these people can hear us, they must be hard of hearing with all their chanting. All right, well, let's what's the lighting like down here again? It's really dark, right?
Yeah, it's pretty dark. You're gonna need some
Stealth
form.
right behind us too. I'm being sneakier than the rogue.
Well, you don't know that. So, yeah, I'll be quiet and start heading down here and see what I can see.
Yep.
Might not be much of anything.
Yeah, the only thing that really happens is that as you turn the corner, the chanting starts getting louder and louder as you continue moving closer and closer, and eventually see a stairway that leads further down into the dungeon.
Just a quick clarification. As we've been down in this basement, does it sound like the chanting was coming from this area, or I kind of had it in my head that it felt like it was omnidirectional almost.
It was so up until about this point when you guys got to this specific section, the sound sounded like it was coming from all directions. So it was up until now that you finally have found where the sound originated from on this floor. So, all right. So, oop. Oh no, everything's off kilter again. There we go. Yeah, I've. There we go. All right, now we can delete out this object and delete out this one because this one should be where you guys. Okay. All right, and there you are. You guys will now all be starting from this area down here.
corner here and have a look and see if there's any light down there.
Yep, same thing. It feels, even though the lighting seems to be the same, you feel that the it is far darker than what you. It feels like it's darker than what it should be, even though that the lighting itself hasn't changed.
I'll have to admit, I kind of see much down here. Not one of the better tactical decisions. I need some fancy goggles or something. Is someone here using a torch? I can't remember.
Salith.
I have one, yes.
Okay, Salif is in the back using it.
I can like mage hand it forward as we need, but I remember you weren't releasing it while you were scouting.
Yeah. Excuse me, epic yawn. All right.
Do you see anything down there?
I'm gonna move up here, south, see if there's anything I can see up here.
Yep. As you look down into the alcove, you basically are able to make out that there's a larger room and that there's some small shelving that aligns the walls, but you aren't able to discern what's sitting on the shelving.
I don't hear anything from this. Like, do I directly hear the chanting from this room?
Uh, yeah. Go ahead. Actually, make me a perception check. Actually, on this one.
Tragic. It was looking like a really good number, and I rolled a 3. So I rolled a 5.
You're not able to discern the sound inherently, but at least you're able to make out some audible words saying, "He is the ancient, he is the land," and just kind of in a just kind of goes over and over in a I wouldn't say small not sorry in a soft roar, but you can definitely hear that chant echoing, and now it's becoming audibly clear what they're saying.
They're in the next room. They're not right in front of me.
No, no. As far as you can tell, it's not coming from in here, but at least you're now able to make out what the words are.
There's a chamber down below. I don't really hear anything. I don't see or hear anything in that room specifically, but the chanting is getting closer, and I can actually make out what they're saying. A little bit better than I can. Vika, do you want to head down on there?
Certainly. Alright. Oh, what?
No, you do you.
Alright. I will go downstairs.
Okay. Yep. Same thing. You hear that chanting getting louder down here, and you're able to make out a couple. You're able to make out some small objects in the dimness of the light that you have down there. None of you have dark vision, right? I think that we made that clear last go round.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Don't Goliath's also, I
Think?
think, Kenku.
Yeah. Parrot has dark vision.
Okay, so half the party does. Okay,
Yeah, it's just the 3 people who are always in front.
I have dark vision.
gotcha.
It's fine.
It's the advanced team that can't see where we're going.
I mean, we have to get
We
really
have
close
to-
to
Yeah,
be able
you
to
hit
see
her.
it. You know, it's just it makes perfect sense to me.
Okay, I can scream in panic while I see you walking into stuff.
Cool.
I just flail around blindly. No, we have the torch in the mage hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Can I take a look at the shelving alcove things?
Yep. So as you guys start inspecting the items in this room, you find everything from a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws, some sort of you know actually on that one, go ahead and if anyone would like to, they can roll a survival roll on that.
Survival.
Yep. Actually, go ahead and all of you roll me survival checks at this point.
I was gonna say I'm gonna not because I'm very bad at this, but then I
a natural
Eric
2.
has a +3. He rolled a 10.
Okay. Well, the group effort, you guys should be able to make out all of this. So, essentially, what you guys have found on the alcove shelving, it should be, a small mummified yellow hand that's goblinoid on a loop of rope, a knife carved from a human bone, a dagger with a rat skull set into the pommel, an 8-inch diameter varnished ore made from a Nothic's eye, a aspergillum carved from bone, a folded cloak made from stitch ghoul skin, a desiccated frog lashed to a stick, a bag full of bat guano, a hag severed finger, a 6-inch wooden figure of a mummy with its arms crossed over its chest, an iron pendant adorned with the devil's face, shuriken shriveled head of a halfling, and the last item that you're able to make out is a small wooden coffer containing a dire wolf's withered tongue.
I hate to
Is
be
the
that guy.
halfling's head my head by any chance?
No.
I hate to be that guy, but could you post that to the group
Oh, you want the list?
if possible?
Oh, sure. You.
There's a menagerie of items. No.
Yep. Let me.
A lot of bits and parts.
Yep.
This appears to be some type of bizarre reliquary. I'm not gonna touch any of those items though, there, Vika.
Yes,
Yes.
please don't touch them.
I was not about to go and poke it. Mummified goblin hand.
Or shrunken halfling head.
That might have been entertaining to poke at, but mostly just to annoy Linda.
Alright. Well, are there other ways out of this chamber?
Yep. To the south of you, you end up seeing a couple of things that start striking out. One of which is a portcullis that's in some murky water.
Portcullis in murky water.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go and check that out. Is there like a gate in it? Or is it like dropped down into it?
Yeah, there's a rusty iron portcullis that is all the way down on the ground.
Alright. Alright, Vika, you think this might be something up your alley? I want to check it out, see if there's any like traps or any booby traps or devices or anything attached to it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll me investigation.
Okay. 13.
As far as you can tell, it's just kind of out of use. It doesn't seem like it's seen much action as of late, but no traps or anything like that.
Alright. Well, it seems to be above board. Vika, you wanna?
I will try to lift heavy object.
Can we hear anything from the other side? Like, does it sound like there's anything on the other side of that portcullis?
Yeah, the chanting just seems like it's kind of loud on the other side of it.
So it feels like listening through the portcullis. It's a loud noise.
Yeah. Vika, go ahead and roll me a athletics check.
Can I help her out?
Unfortunately, there's only room for just one of you since both of you are large.
Technically, we're both considered medium creatures.
Oh, are you?
You're big, medium creatures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're just very large medium
Many
creatures.
thick, but medium.
Yeah.
Extra medium, if you will.
You're able to start lifting it, but as soon as you get it about an inch or two lifted, your lower back starts to give, and you're forced to drop it.
Okay. I like my women like I like my steak, extra medium. Okay, I'm sorry. I regret everything.
I'll allow it.
Can I give it a try?
Yep, same with you. Good old athletics check.
How deep is the water?
Uh, just under 2 feet.
17?
Same thing. You're able to get it about an inch or two up, and as soon as you get it that far, your muscles give out and you just drop it.
We're really bad at this.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Don't get discouraged. I'm not saying you have to try again. I just mean like you're doing a great job.
Well, it seems like the back door option might not be the way to go here.
I mean, unless I can sort of like simple machine this with a lever or something with my glaive and a pivot of some kind.
That reminds me of my wedding night. I'm gonna go and check out this other door.
Really, Quinn? Really?
Matilda's jaw is just like dropped.
Not what I expected from you, Quinn.
It was rather out of character.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
Some humans have bizarre rituals for their weddings. We just like to drink a lot and have a great time.
Alright.
They drink a lot and do stupid things with strange devices.
Alright, well, I'm gonna sneak around this corner and see if I can sneakily sneak.
Yep. So you end up just kind of running into more, more of the same, just same type of texture, nothing.
Not very sneakily.
You will brazenly sneak.
Alright.
All right. All right, and then before you, it just sits another large room with smaller rooms on the side.
Well, I want to investigate, like, the area along with the little small room.
Are you going to tell us it's safe to come?
Yeah, it's just looks like more like chains to the walls.
Somebody here has very interesting tastes like yourself, Finn.
It wasn't me, let me tell you. That's a story for another time.
All right.
It is a story for no time.
I don't know, I'm kind of intrigued.
All right, Quinn. As you enter in the area, you can see along the sides of the room, you see shackles and chains that are bound to the wall. Um, you essentially find piles of bones that are sitting on the floor. The shackles themselves seem to be pretty rusted through.
Nothing of note, nothing worth investigating, or
Uh, yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
alright, 16.
Yeah, one of the skeleton piles that you're able to, uh, kind of sift through, but as you kind of just look through, you end up seeing something gleaming from one of the fingers of one of the skeletons, and you end up seeing a gold ring.
Alright. Take that. Put it in with the spoils.
Okay.
Add to group.
Yeah, let me go and just toss that down there.
Is there any sort of like runes or anything like carved in it or anything like that?
No, no carved ruins or anything like that.
Alright.
All right, and then anyone else who is examining the room, go ahead and roll me perception checks.
Perception?
Yep.
Bro.
Parrot rolled a 13.
Wow.
Oh, a 14.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just double check my notes here, but oh yeah. All right. So down here in this area, you find that there is something off about this wall, Vika and Matilda, as you guys check out this room together.
There is something odd about the room here.
Yeah, you're able to tell that the wall does not fit properly. That the seems like there's something off about it, and that that is just as you can tell from other rooms that you've been in, that it's blended in well enough to where if you just walked past it, you wouldn't notice it. But on inspecting it thoroughly, you can tell that there's something off here.
Vin, you want to take a look?
Sure, I can investigate it. Do I see any sort of like mechanism to it, or
Similar to the door on the in the attic, you can kind of tell that there's a bit of air coming through it.
I'm gonna look for a latch or a lever or a like a loose stone or something that would indicate a way to open any sort of secret shenanigans.
Yeah, yeah. Essentially, you find that there's a bit of a odd stone sticking out, and as soon as you press onto it, the a door slides open.
Huh, looks like you were right.
All right. Yeah. I think. Yep. And that should reveal the rest of. Yep. So as soon as you guys and the room opens up, a deafening silence envelops the entire area. It's as if someone went and flicked the off switch off the music. The chanting stops, and as you peer into this 40-foot square room, smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics. The featureless stone pillars support the ceiling, and a branch to the west. Well, double check our compass here, but where's west? Okay, so this down portion. So on the west wall down there, you end up seeing a breach in the west wall leads to a heap of refuse. Murky water covers most of the floor. Stairs lead up to dry stone ledges that hug the walls. In the middle of the room, more stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also rises above the water. Rusty chains and shackles dangle from the ceiling directly above the stone altar mounted on the dais. The altar is carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls and is stained with dry blood.
Is there anybody in there?
Nope. As far as you can tell, the room is completely emptied.
It's still lit very dark, though.
Yeah, it's still a pretty dark room in here.
Where's all the chanting coming from? There's nobody in here.
Can I do a Arcana check? 'Cause
Sure.
this seems very bad magic, and that seems to be what I'm built with. I was assuming yes, because I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I said yes.
Oh, my bad.
With your Arcana check, you do notice that the stone altar is emanating some energy out of it.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What was emanating stuff?
The dais.
Yeah, the altar on the dais.
Excellent, thank you.
Alright, well, how deep is the water?
It goes about 2 feet deep, like it was on the other side of the portcullis. Quinn, since you're on that side, you do see that there is a mechanism that looks like it will raise or close the portcullis.
Well, I wanna
Okay. Takes a little bit of effort, but it doesn't really. Uh, it takes a minute, and you hear some screeching of the metal. But on top of all that, it after about a couple seconds of just some effort, you're able to just kind of start moving it, and then the portcullis raises.
There's nothing like living in the water, is it?
As far as you can tell, no, you're not able to find anything, and there are no signs of fish or algae or anything like that. It's just very
Okay.
dark, murky water.
And you said there were chains that were hanging from the ceiling over the altar.
Right.
There's nothing like hiding out up there, is there?
Nope.
Okay.
I feel as though I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to look to the pile of refuse.
I feel as though you're gonna regret that too.
Go ahead and
I
make
can
me.
just. I'll like put my hand on her shoulder and say, "I'll just use my mage hand. You don't have to do all that. You don't wanna."
That is better.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make certain that something is not going to jump out if we go and look at the creepy blood-stained altar.
Fair. Yeah, it is bad magic. I'll throw my mage hand in there.
Yeah, your mage hand's just kind of seeing just as the mage hand is just kind of just moving stuff around. You just see like scraps of clothing and leather and discarded trinkets like bracelets and stuff like that of just poor design. It just seemed like whatever you can kind of make the assumption that whatever gets sacrificed just get tossed in that corner essentially.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just whatever's in this pile. I was assuming got passed by some creature.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of worried about. Okay.
Yeah, down here.
Yeah, no poop monster.
Well, I was thinking less poop monster and more like, regurgitated bones and
Yeah, I was thinking decomp
Yeah.
bodies.
yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, time to check out the altar then. What do we got going on up here?
All right. As you approach the top of the dais, uh, the chanting rises once more in a deafening roar. 13 dark apparitions appear on the ledge overlooking the room. Each one resembles a black robed figure holding a torch. However, the torch's fire is black and seems to draw light into it. Where you expect to see faces, there's nothing but an endless void. One must die, they chant over and over. One must die. One must die.
All right, and they're not like moving or pointing menacingly at us. They're just saying one must die.
Yep, that's all they're saying. And they're just standing there holding a dark vigil over you.
And there's 13 of them.
Yep, just a line, just pretty much on the around the sides.
All right. Are there any like engravings, markings, anything on the altar?
On the altar itself, it doesn't really seem like there's anything odd about it. It's just you just again just see those hideous depictions of the grasping ghouls and among the dry blood that's sitting on top of it, but nothing else that comes up.
One must die. Are they like apparitions? Like they just like
Uh, they're really just they really are just like apparitions, but you get a different feel than what you did with the nurse that you met up on the third floor.
okay?
Are they transparent or are they like
Yeah,
okay.
yeah they're transparent, and translucent. They're
So
I'm sort of uncomfortable with what they keep chanting.
I'm very uncomfortable with this whole situation.
I don't think they're talking about us.
Who else could they be talking about?
See how many of them there are?
Yes? There are 13.
How many tokens were there in the other room?
which room are you referring to?
The room with the list of stuff?
all the tokens that were on the shelves in the room to the east here.
Yeah, 13.
There were 13.
Oh. Then, but do we take one of these tokens and put it on the altar?
Yeah, we got a 1 in 13 chance of it being the right one.
I'm not really certain what we should do then. Do we just break the altar and leave?
I mean, we could do that. We could try attacking the apparitions. Don't know that would have any effect, and they outnumber us
I feel
more
like
than 2 to
angering
1.
them might not be a good idea.
Yeah, they outnumber us more than 2 to 1.
Yes, this is bad idea. So what then?
One must die. What were they chanting earlier? What did you hear, Lyndon, when you first came down here?
It had something to do with him or he. I don't know. I kind of remember that well. Sal, I might need a remind.
There, it's in the Discord.
He is the ancient, he is the land.
All right. If you guys are stuck, you guys can go ahead and roll me a religion or an insight check.
Religion or insight?
Mm-hmm.
Do we all make these or pick one?
It just says you guys, if you guys are stuck, those are the appropriate rolls for you guys to do to figure out.
Would this be me recalling information about Fae, fiends, or undead?
No.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an 18.
Not my best roll.
13.
Religion or Arcana? Religion. I fucking hate this game.
Damn.
Good old RNG.
Jesus.
What about the stupid Birdman?
Stupid Birdman gets +2 to religion.
Oh, that is better than I thought.
Oh, religion or insight. Okay.
There we go. That stupid Birdman.
I like to say.
All right. So after mulling it over, anyone who got an 11 or higher, you can kind of either by experience, by books, or by just overhearing, you know that ritual sacrifices require a living creature to be sacrificed on altars like these, and it requires the payment be done in blood.
Creature to be sacrificed and must be done in blood.
Sort of uncomfortable with sacrificing one of our
Yeah.
allies.
Alright. Does anybody happen to have a robot dog we could sacrifice?
That was my thought too.
That would have been so helpful.
Only.
Too bad we didn't save one of those nasty bug things, yes?
Yeah.
Perhaps we could find a rat or bug elsewhere?
I
Hey.
just had a really, really, really bad thought.
But
That.
What if it's one of the kids?
They're
I-
dead already.
they're dead, and I am not sacrificing child on altar of death and evil.
I said
Yeah.
a bad thought.
Kind of against that. If I try to egress to the east, does anything like get in my way?
Yeah, as soon as you step back into the water, um, the colt basically you hear the colt just scream, and you just kind of just start getting a chill down your back. Um, what ends up happening as well is that a give me one sec here. this down. Bring this down. You hear a large shriek that pops up from where that excess is. You hear stuff starting to shamble, and you see a shambling mound start to uh, shake its way from underneath all the rubble.
I fucking told you. What did I say?
Okay, maybe we could sacrifice it in its blood. Although it looks like it's mostly plant, but whatever.
Sap is plant blood, yes?
Find out.
I fucking told you. There was something in there.
Less told you so is more killing.
All right. Yep, that's it. All right. Go and roll me initiative. Wow, Dicebot, thanks for hating me too tonight.
7.
Strangely enough, I'm okay with dice bot dating you.
Parrot rolled a 21.
21.
It truly is one with the box.
Good God.
The box. All right, I think we're just missing Lyndon's initiative. A 10. Okay. All right. Well, Matilda, you may go first.
Okay. I'm gonna cut. Oh, I can't go that far. I'm gonna come like right here and then stop because that's as far as I can go.
Okay. Any other actions?
That's all.
All right, Parrot.
Unless I told you so and more killing. And Eldritch Blast. That's a 20 a lot.
Yeah, it'll hit.
25. And that is a 11 points of damage. That is 9 points of. Wait, hang on. 3 plus 5 plus 2. 10.
Okay.
Yeah, 10. 8 points of force, 2 points of fire. And back it on up.
All right. Salith.
Salith dislikes this a great deal and is going to use some frost magic. Rare frost. Let's go. 20 to hit?
Yep.
We're doing it! 6 damage.
We're doing it.
She's also gonna move away. This seems to be the best move. And also towards Quinn. Because I feel like he might be in danger on the altar. And it's my turn.
Okay, Lyndon.
Oh boy. What on earth just happened? Is the water difficult terrain?
No. It just smells bad, that's all.
move up here and I will hide behind the Goliath. Because I'm a halfling and I can hide behind other large creatures, which is incredible. Cool, and then I'm just going to roll an actual 20. I didn't even roll with advantage. Oh no, that was my stealth. Never mind. Gosh darn it. Alright, so I rolled a 27 stealth
Okay.
to move behind. I'm supposed to be rolling with advantage. I messed something up there. Did 17 hit?
Yeah, 17 will hit.
Okay. Alright. Oh yeah. The shambling man has no idea what it's like to be snuck up on by a halfling. Alright, so 9 damage from the attack.
Okay.
If I shoot an arrow from around Matilda's hips, apparently. Oh, this should be a fun night in here.
All right. Anything else from Lyndon?
Enough all three of my actions. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Emerson Queen.
All right. So, does this thing have blood from the hits that it's taken?
No, it does not show that it has blood on it when it's been hit.
Let me see if I can. I think I can do this. If I amplify my curse, I can affect things that don't have blood. I can. What is amplifying? Lasts for 1 minute. Can affect a creature regardless of its size. How big is it?
It's large.
Large. Okay. That's fine. That doesn't even affect anything. All right. I'm going to use my bonus action to use an amplified blood curse of binding on it. I'm within 30 feet of it, right?
Yeah, you're within 30.
All right. So it needs to make a strength saving throw with a DC of 13, or have its speed reduced to 0 for 1 minute, and I take damage for that.
A minute?
1 minute.
Nat 20.
Boo.
Well,
That's what I get for trying to do not kill anything.
well, you just made me waste my nat 20, so there's some victory in that.
That's awake.
All right. I take 3 points of damage as you smell burning like flesh from underneath my robes or my tunic. And then I'm going to use my action to fire at it with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 26.
Damn. Yep.
That's 5 points of piercing and 3 points of fire. So 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm kind of going to take cover-ish behind the altar.
Okay.
That's it.
Vika.
All right. I'm going to take a step forward, and I'm going to swing my glaive. 23.
Yep, that'll hit.
I do not like this roll. I will roll again this great weapon. No wait, or what? Which one is it? The fighting one. I always mix up like the names. Great weapon fighting. So I will roll again. Much better. 15 damage.
Nice. 15. Okay.
And this is my turn.
Okay. All right. That shambling mound is just going to shamble forward, as is tradition. And going to slam into Vika. A nat one.
Was silent at the time. Okay, you're welcome for using your natural 20.
And second attack. Oh, okay. Well, I was getting that nat 20 regardless, so.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So your rolls went 21, 20.
Yeah.
That's
I am not
awesome.
a fan of this.
I'm sorry.
Anybody a grave cleric?
Ow!
I've wanted to play one of those for so long.
23 points of damage to Vika.
Vika's down.
Oh no.
That took me from full health to dead.
Yeah.
You said 23?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a yikes.
I rolled
Yep.
2 8s on a d8. So, yeah.
Yeah, Vika, that literally one-shot Vika from full health. So,
Alright, well, that's the end of its turn. Matilda.
Oh my god.
If there are any emotional reactions to have now would be the time.
Oh yeah, I'm marching up to this thing and I am going to hit it with every fiber of my being.
you're going to get, what kind of emotional state at it?
Deeply unhappy.
Yeah. I'm just like trying not to cry at this point.
Well, I mean, like, what are you feeling? Are you feeling like, angry maybe?
Objection. Immediately.
Feeling super nailed.
I'm just distraught. Like I'm so confused because I want to be angry, but at the same time I'm just crushed that you are just hurt.
Oh, I'm not hurt. I'm down.
I know,
I'm
but I feel
drowning
I'm
in the turbulent water.
16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh,
8
When
damage.
AFK for laundry, did Vika get waxed there?
Vika's
Yeah.
dead.
Whoa. Alright.
Yeah.
Anything else from Matilda?
No, I'm gonna just stand over here and try and process my feelings.
I mean, are you sure that she's not like, I don't know, like brimming with some sort of, anger thing?
We're still leading with
Objection.
sadness.
Alright.
Alright, Parrot's turn then.
Let's see. Do you have spells and shit? Charm person. Wait, that probably doesn't do anything in this context.
Shambling mound.
Yeah. Okay, well, he is going to mimic the death screech that Mika made as she slumped into the water. And he is going to use his bonus action to cast Hex on the shambling mound.
Okay.
And then action is going to frickin' Eldritch Blast at it. Alright, that is a 15.
15 to hit?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll hit.
excellent. So that is 1d10 plus 1d6, 12 plus 2, 14, of this damage is fire. The rest is force. So 12 plus 5, 17, 19 points of damage.
'Kay.
17 force, 2 fire.
Okay. Anything else?
He's gonna stay there. So yep, nope, that's it.
Okay. Salith?
Aelith is going to use her not favorite, Quantum Magic using 2 points to regain 1 spell point. And as a bonus action, and then cast Healing Word at first level.
Healing word is a bonus action.
Okay.
Not to screw myself, but yeah.
I forgot about that actually. Well, she's gonna goddamn wait and just cast Ray of Frost again.
Okay.
I'm gonna step back this way and shout that I've got Vika next go around, assuming she doesn't die in the next 6 seconds.
Well, what was the hang up there? Like, was your protection to recover the spell?
Yeah. So I'll
can't you downgrade a standard action to a bonus?
I don't know that's.
According to the rules say no.
Cool. Well, go ahead and hit Ray of Frost.
Alright, so Ray of Frost does hit, so go and roll damage.
6 more damage. Continuing to do it, but sadly.
Alright, anything else?
Nope, that's the end of my turn.
Alright, Lyndon.
Oh boy, this is not good. I'll take a move and try to hide behind Matilda again. I am certainly not wanting to move in melee range of this one. Uh, 18 stealth.
Okay.
And then I'll proceed to launch an arrow at it around the corner there for my cover. If that works for you.
Okay.
Well, maybe this thing doesn't have that bad of a armor class. 13 hit?
13 will not hit.
Okay. Well, that's not very good. I'll hang him back, and that's my turn.
Okay, Quinn.
Alright, I heard what Salith said, but I am not processing it. I am going to dive down here and grab my potion and try and get it down Vika's gullet.
Okay.
Alright. So 2d4 plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Do I roll or you since you're
I'll do it.
me?
That's a big old 8.
I will take it. Happily. Oh god. What just happened? Everything went dark.
Not done with you yet. And I am going to, while holding my loaded hand crossbow in my offhand, I will pull out my
Okay.
just staring angrily at the thing that just downed my friend. And I will take 3 more points of damage. Cool. And smoke starts rising from underneath my tunic
Original
as I
recipe.
stare ragefully at the mound.
Okay. Anything else from Quinn?
That is Quinn's turn.
Vika.
Hang on,
Oh,
wait a second. That was. I have enough movement to move back to. So actually, no. Thematically, I'd stay there. Yep, that's me, Vika.
Alright. Oh god. Oh, that does not feel good. Vika tries to stumble back to her hoofs, uses her glaive to sort of drag herself up, looking really unsteady. Oh, this fucking pile of shit. I am going to try and swing my glaive at it. Oof. This is 9.
no. Nine's not going to work this time, sadly.
Alright. I really don't like this thing. I use action surge. I'm going to attack again. Oh, I forgot about the inspiration.
Ah, yes.
Can I use that?
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine.
Yeah. I forgot about that. There we go, 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Excellent. This is 15 points of damage. Still using the action surge.
Okay.
24.
Yep, that'll hit.
14 points of damage.
Okay.
And my bonus action, I will use a second wind. And I heal for 9 points of damage. No, wait, sorry, plus 2. 11 points.
I put you almost back up to full.
Somebody kill this bloody thing. How hurt does it look? Can I tell?
Not really. I mean, it's.
It's a fucking plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I wasn't certain. Alright. Oh god. Kill it harder. And that is my turn.
Okay. Plant did take kindly to get its ass kicked there, so. First attack. 23 is going to hit.
Oh yeah.
And that will deal 11 points of damage.
There's that second
Oh
wave.
god.
And second attack. 21.
Yep.
And 13 points of damage.
And
And
Vika's
down
down again.
It's a good thing you gave her that juice.
uh, yeah, and as before Vika hits the ground, that last attack kind of just stuffs it into Vika. So you see just Vika just kind of just getting engulfed into the mound.
Wait, what?
She's
No.
not in my line of sight
No.
anymore?
She's grappled and it gets dragged into it.
So I cannot see her.
You can see her. I mean, Vika's a medium large character, so you kind of see her sticking out of it. It's only a large character.
So
Yeah. So yeah, you just see poor Vika just kind of after that second attack, it just kinds of just starts engulfing her into the mass. But aside from that, it is now Matilda's turn.
Oh no, I don't like this one bit.
You don't like this.
you can't not like it. You're unconscious.
I guess I'm going to. Really, the only way I can do it is to hit it. Or can I break the grapple somehow?
I mean, there's still enough mass in there that you can probably get a good attack. Uh,
Without hitting her.
yeah,
Okay. 23 to hit.
yeah, that's fine.
Oh shit, nat 1. 6 damage.
Hey, it's at least damage.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay, Parrot's turn.
So has Tilda, I don't know, flown into any sort of angry fits yet?
Not yet. She really is just like on the brink of tears. But
Parrot will scream out, "Kill it harder!" And he will attempt to kill it harder. That's 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Excellent. 1d10 plus 1d6 plus 5 points of force damage plus 2 points of fire. So 14 points of force damage and 2 points of fire damage. So 16 total.
Okay.
Some points of damage.
All right. Anything else?
No, Parrot's just going to stay there.
Okay.
Don't think he has any bonus action or anything.
All right, Salith.
Caleb is going to. Got ahead of myself last turn. Definitely gonna go this. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Chico. 6 healing minimum, but we take what we can.
It's enough to make it not dead.
Yes.
Yeah, that's enough.
I'm on board with this.
And then as she's waking up, they're going to toll the dead. So not happy. 15 DC wisdom.
Okay.
Let's hope this pile of muck isn't wise.
No, it's a 3.
Cool. 4 damage.
Okay.
That is my turn.
All right, Lyndon.
Right. Right. This thing is hideous and nasty. I'm still continuing to hide and attack as per normal. So my first roll is my hide. Oh. Well, I rolled a 9 total. This is passive perception, a 9.
Ooh. Let me double check actually on that. It's got a wisdom of 0.
So yes,
Yeah.
That'd be a 10 passive perception.
Yeah.
it would have to be really, really dumb.
Yeah, or a negative modifier. So yeah.
Well, I'm going to use my inspiration on this then to have advantage on this attack roll. Oh my god, why am I so bad at this mechanic? I'm taking my advantages to try to make sure I can get a crit. I don't did a 16 hit.
A 16 will hit.
Okay, well let's see if I get a natural 20 here. No, I did not. All right. But I do have my sneak damage because there's someone next to the person. Alright, looks like 9 damage as I, once again, continue to keep launching arrows from around Matilda and this pillar.
Okay.
Hoping that this shambling mound doesn't decide to come and put its nastiness at me.
All right. Anything else from Lyndon?
That's going to be it for now.
All right, Quinn.
This motherfucker got Vika. Alright.
Nice.
Well, with my big ass crossbow, I'm gonna use my inspiration and fire at this motherfucker. That's a 21 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
13 points of piercing damage, as well as you can move whenever you want, die. Thank you very much. 1 fire damage, so 14 points of damage.
All right. Tell me how you finish it off.
Howling with rage and raging at the stupid plant monster thing. Whip out the gigantic monstrosity of a crossbow I have on my back that I haven't used yet, and just want the bolt, the flaming bolt, to just cut whatever vines or whatever was, or whatever pseudopod had ripped Vika out of her spot, so that way it gets rid of her and she falls like closer to the dried land on the stairs next to it. Drop it.
Yep, and as soon as it does, you just see the shambling mound just kind of just teeter, and then you just kind of see it go plaz. It just kind of descends into the water.
Well, I feel like a dire wolf just used me as a chew toy.
You'd look better.
I'd smell better. Oh, God.
What about these apparition things? Are they still fucking just hanging out there?
All right. So as soon as the shambling mound kind of descends, you start seeing the apparition starts fading away. You also kind of notice that the water itself just starts becoming just a little bit more stagnated, and the smell gets a little worse. Nothing. It's like as if it's sewage water that just hasn't been vented or anything. It's just the smell's just gotten worse, as if whatever was keeping the smell from getting to you just kind of just release turn the flip the off switch off, and now you just kind of get the uneasy suspicion that whatever was keeping the illusion at bay is starting to fall apart.
And I step up on the dais and out of the water.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's as, I guess that's the monster those children was worried about. Doesn't make a lot of lick of sense.
It doesn't. What do they mean by one must die? Are they just trying to intimidate us?
Well, if the blood is there, maybe one already did die.
Maybe it's because we refused to try and kill something? We tried to leave instead of killing something on the altar.
Well, I shan't say that I've ever been in a cult before, but I would reckon that if they were asking to say that someone must die, they probably mean that someone must die. So we clearly refuse to die. They're probably pissed off something.
I'm not so certain as refused to die instead of was dragged back from door of death multiple times.
It wasn't for Vika's lack of trying.
Well, one of us wants to have a look at this dais, and one of us wants to look through a pile of shit. Unfortunately, I might volunteer myself to go see if there's anything in here.
All right.
I've already been examining this altar. There doesn't seem to be anything of any more note on it, right?
Right. I mean, even now, the altar would seem like it was freshly used. Now, just seems decrepit and kind of falling apart, and just kind of just looking like it's at the point where you could probably breathe on it, and it would probably just crumble away.
I'll make a roll to search through this pile of shit, literally.
Okay.
Apologies. Did you say what happened to the shades?
Yeah, the shades just vanished.
All right.
I'll be tending to Bika's wounds. I don't have any more healing, but she was very much. I had a lot of open wounds while being consumed by whatever that is, so she's bound to get some kind of infection.
I'm just assuming that I am screaming in agony as you're pouring peroxide or ramming alcohol or some sort of hard liquor all over my. Just.
Yeah, I'm not medically
Everything.
trained. I have good intentions.
Oh god.
I have good
Damn.
intentions,
Stop it
alcohol,
then.
and like cloth to wrap around me.
Let me take care of it. God.
Oh.
I rolled a 17 here, Sal.
Okay. As look at the pile, something doesn't seem right about it. It seemed like for whatever that thing that shambled out of it, what was originally being pulled off on top seemed like it was fresh and kind of just at least seemed like it was being used just recently. Now just seemed like everything in here seems like it has been decaying for like decades. It seems like whatever thing was keeping the age at bay is now sped up the aging process, and now a lot of that stuff has just kind of just decayed into a bunch of goo going forward. It seems like the decay process has was accelerated after you guys had fought.
Right, kind of like how we were able to find places more dust from before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there's nothing in here of note.
No, there's not.
There's just a pile of shit in here. Don't worry about old Lyndon.
Now I'm just more worried about the infection.
Alright. Here. Take a swig of this. This is gonna hurt.
Take a big swig. Oh, you
You
need
need
to
the
stop
torch?
watering this down.
Gotta make it last. Roll an 18 medicine check to try and dismember your wound.
Yeah, yeah, some strong stuff there.
Has no mechanical purpose. Me bandaging.
You did an unfortunately thorough job of bandaging my wounds.
Something needs to be cauterized.
No!
No.
I think we're good.
No fire!
Okay. I thought it was ice. Well,
Alright.
Cauterizing these eyes? What
no,
is
I mean,
wrong with
I
you?
thought the problem that you had with elements was ice. I guess fire is also just not good overall, so
Don't set her on fire. Alright, so can we get through the portcullis up here now?
Yeah, yeah. You guys, the portcullis never closed, so
Alright, so is there anything different with the doodads in this room?
yeah, same thing. The doodads in the room have all seemed like they have been aged and weathered far more than when you guys expected them. Some of the items that were made out of organic items all seem like they are now all in. They're all pretty much falling apart, like the bones and stuff. They seem like they're becoming more dust than anything.
Alright, well, is there any shit, what else is there to fucking do down here?
I think this was it. The things that were chanting are gone, yes?
And there's no more chanting, right?
Yeah, the chanting is completely silent now. There's no chanting to be heard of.
So, this may be unpopular stance to take, but is anyone more creeped out now that it's silent?
Yes, I feel like there's something much bigger coming.
And this was already really big. I don't want anything else. Sort of using my glaive as a staff and sort of limping along behind.
Let's walk it off, you'll be fine. Alright, let's guess there's nothing else to do here. Let's head back out.
All right.
Any objections?
I would really like to be out of this house. I feel bad for small children, but
I'm thoroughly uncomfortable here.
The children are dead. We put their bones to rest, remember?
yes, like I said, I feel bad for small children, but I do not think that I want to stay here any longer.
I'm thoroughly interested in what the town is going to look like when we leave.
Yeah. Let's see what things, if any of the things that we did down here had any effect on the outside. So let's go back. Let's not fall into that fucking trap that Lyndon found.
And Tilda, do you mind taking front? I think I need a little break.
I'll puff my chest out and walk.
I can
Alright,
do that.
Alright, let's go.
All right.
All right.
Letting Sailor take the front.
I got him.
I was trying to remember the actual layout of these floors and where I should go as I climb.
Oh, hold on. So, just a square ahead of Matilda's character. That's where the pit trap was. So,
So we don't go that way.
No, go to the right. Go up the stairs. There you go.
How are things looking in here? The same, kind of more decrepit than I was before.
yeah, it seems like the bones that were in the room are starting to just become dust. The splitting wood that was in here seem like they're all just kind of just falling apart. The rot's kind of taking over.
Alright, let's go up the stairs.
Or did we end up going here?
You guys just found a way up, essentially.
It was a quick way up. We should maybe take this way.
Yeah.
It is faster.
Yeah, let's take
That's the way we came down.
No, you guys can't. So where Matilda is, this is
We
where.
came down. Yeah, that's where we came down. This was a quick secret passage I found.
Oh yeah, I
last
forgot.
time.
My bad.
It's been
Yeah.
2 weeks. I don't blame you. I only remember shit because I've like
Okay.
copious notes.
All right, so this.
This led to outside.
Yeah, well, not outside, but I'll move you to where it leads up. Let me just double
Oh, I
check.
thought it was outside. Like I remember checking it. I might have
It
the wrong note then.
it leads up to one of the rooms on the first floor. Let me just double check that to be certain, though. Okay, yeah. So perfect. Oh yeah. So it takes you up into the first floor, and it takes you back into the first floor den, where you guys found the stuffed wolves.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So yeah, you guys are all pretty much popping out of the corner down here.
Alright.
As you guys kind of prop the door open and look around, you can definitely tell that the what was fine furniture has now been eroded away by moths and other dust mites. The it seems like the whatever was used to keep the wolves stuffed, the even the fur's just starting to fall apart, and it looks like no one has used this house in decades. It's been left to the elements. Um, Go and roll me a perception check, everyone.
22.
20.
24.
6.
All right. As long as you rolled higher than a 5, you notice that the windows that were a 5 or better, you notice that the windows down on this section down here are now boarded up and bricked.
Oh, shit.
Alright, well let's see. Door should be right to the left. Let's keep our eyes peeled in case anything nasty is up here.
Okay, Quinn, I'm gonna need you to, before you go through the doorway, I need you to make a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. I'm moderately okay at that.
I think it's a good thing I'm not.
13 question mark.
Oh no.
Not that good apparently.
All right. As you try to pass through the doorway, you notice that as soon as you try to start passing through, two scythe blades come out, and you take six slashing damage.
So that was a acrobatics check and not a dexterity saving throw.
Right, just an acrobatic check.
Okay. All right. That was fucking not pleasant. Do I see any kind of arming mechanism, or if like it will that sort of thing will happen again?
Well, as soon as you got close enough, the blades are now just swinging left to right in tandem now. They're just going nonstop, going left to right, just blades just crossing forward.
Like losing momentum, or they're just kind of
Oh,
full swinging?
oh yeah, they're full swing still.
Oh, cool.
Jump them with one of the tables or something?
Is there a way? Is there a way to deactivate it? Is there something that I could try to find?
Go ahead and roll me a investigation.
Quinn, do you want to help me with this?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I do like the jam with the table idea if we're not able to find anything.
Still don't know how to
Agreed.
roll advantage. I'm just worst for
Yeah.
rolling dice on the system. Well, I rolled a 5 on the first roll, and we'll see what the second one has in store for me.
Yeah.
Come on, D&D Beyond. All right. Well, that's a 16.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not able to discern any mechanism that would allow you to disarm the trap.
Well, it's been fun. Is it? Can we just time it? Can we run past it by timing it or anything? Can we?
Yeah, you can tell that after spending a minute studying it, you can actually you do see that there's a momentary gap between the repeating movements.
Well, we can try to time it, or we can put something large in between to stop it. Which there are plenty of large
Can I
things
just
here.
pick up like this dresser?
That's what I suggested.
Yeah. Try to wedge it in there.
Yeah, go ahead and see. Go ahead and just roll me a straight up athletics check.
No, I assist because
Sure.
I had mentioned this about. Go ahead and
It was
take
a nat 20.
Never mind, you got
So
this.
27.
Yeah, as soon as you shove it into the middle of the doorway, it immediately shatters by the force of the impact of the scythe.
Fantastic.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check, though.
16.
Okay, so you notice that from where the dresser was standing, you can tell that the wall that was behind it is in pretty bad condition.
Can I give it a really good push?
Yeah.
So do you want athletics for that too?
Yeah, just another athletics check.
18.
Oh yeah, you're whatever wood was holding up the wall is so badly decayed that you're just able to push through and you can see your way into the hallway on the other side. So you basically created enough of a hole here that you basically can see into this room now.
Can see but can't fit.
Yeah, you can fit through it.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go through it.
Yep.
Is anything coming to kill me?
Nope.
Alright, then I tell everybody else to come with me.
Alright,
Good move.
I follow.
That's also how I want to make all of my entrances from now on.
After that, do we want to look through the whole house to see what changed, or do we just want to leave?
I want to be away from spinning blades of death. So if you want to go and study, go right on ahead.
I agree.
I vote leave.
That is also my vote.
Okay.
Any opposers?
let's get out of here.
Parrot, anything from you?
I'll check this front door just to make sure there isn't something afoot.
As you look at the front door, you notice that it's completely unhinged on one side, and that's just kind of hanging on by a screw on the top end, and it's just kind of swaying in the wind, and it's just kind of swaying gently back and forth. Um, you can feel the air coming through it. It's just got that really bad chill that comes along with it. However, you notice that there's no blades coming out of it, as far as you can tell. That there's no mechanism that swings forward. The sides of where the door would latch onto are completely solid.
Is it still just as misty as when we first got to the town?
No,
Is
and
the weather the same?
actually, you notice that the clouds are still gray, but the mist itself outside seems like they're slowly dissipating.
Slowly dissipating, you said?
Yep.
Okay. So nothing like super significantly different than when we went in. It's reasonable that could have just the weather changed
Right.
a little bit.
Yeah, you just notice that it's just very cloudy weather outside, but you definitely notice that the thick mist that you had entered in here has significantly been reduced down to almost nothing. Like there's still a bit of a thin veil of mist, but it's not as thick. Like you almost have full complete visibility at this point again as you look outside the
Okay.
door.
So can we get the fuck out of here?
Please.
Yes, please.
All right. As soon as you guys all exit through the front door, you hear a creaking sound from behind. You see the house slowly lurch to a side and then collapse within itself.
Oh.
Well, I don't like that.
The house is now in a complete pile of rubble. And as you step outside, you notice that the mists uh, that were once so thick are almost now completely negligible. All right, congrats.
Glad that we rested small children and women before fighting monster.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yep, and with that, you guys have survived the death house and now are allowed to proceed to level 3. Yep. And with that, we'll call that it's a good stopping point for tonight. The only thing I need from you guys by, I would say, Sunday is I need you guys to level up all your characters and let me know which type of NPCs that you do need to talk to or want to talk to and locations in the town that you need to visit so that way I can have that all set up since you will have full access to the town.
I'll say as just a note, I will likely be harassing every like shrine attendant at every temple or priest at every church or cleric wherever. I'm just gonna be talking to them all day. So just
I'll be
figuring
doing-
out like how people's gods are cool.
I'll be doing research into alchemy and things of that nature, but I also like want to know what the fuck happened to the people in this house and what made it into what it was.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, just give me a list. You can put in campaign info or the D&D part of our Discord, and I'll work on that and get you guys some NPCs rolled out, and we can kind of figure out. I think next session will probably be your guys' stuff to finally spend your well-earned loot and try to figure out what some of the stuff you guys picked up and get that identified. So, sorry for that. I'm going to end the stream there tonight, folks. I'm going to send you guys over to Wolfie, who's been on kind enough to be on some of my streams. But you guys have a good night, and we will probably see you this weekend for some Mass Effect.
Like Mass Effect, the game?
Yeah,
Where is